Hey everybody, welcome into Northern Life. Thanks for ending your week with us here on this Friday. Ryan, I have to confess, yesterday went to KQDS, of course, as I sometimes do on the morning show.
94.9, yeah.
94.9, good times over there. But that morning, it was Halloween, of course. They had a candy buffet, and you could go into the break room, and there was every type of candy you could ever imagine. And I filled I was a trick-or-treater in the thing, and I had a bag, and I was filling my bag, and I had way too much candy yesterday, Ryan.
There was no buffet after that? You took it all home, or what?
I took it all home. No one else got any candy. It was a shame. It was a failure for everybody else, but I got a lot of candy, and I'm still suffering from that. So.
Okay, well, I was going to say hopefully it all went well, but apparently it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Speaking of candy corn,
yes.
We got a call from, or I got a message from our executive producer, Ben, who's actually in the studio audience right now. And he says, a viewer called us and said they wanted to talk with me. And, you know, most of the time I go, oh, no, it's going to be about something bad.
Yeah.
But I called them back, and it was Mary Ann in Superior, who watches us twice a day. And I go, hi, Mary Ann, it's Ryan. She goes, I just need you to know, you got to try candy corn with popcorn. And that was the call. It was wonderful.
Really?
It was a lovely call. We talked, and she said she watches both episodes every single day. We're talking about the weather. We're talking about the snow and rain. So
that's awesome.
Big shout out to you, Marianne, out there for watching us.
What a sweet suggestion, too, quite literally.
Give it a try.
I bet with the salt, it's kind of the same thing with the peanuts, or it's just salt and the sweet, and I bet it tastes amazing. So we'll have to give that a shot there, Marianne.
And Marianne also misses Briggs. So Briggs, if you're watching with Wells out there, we miss you. And not the only one missing Briggs. And we're definitely feeling how our viewer Rick is feeling out there. He sent us a message to our Northern Life Facebook page saying, quote, although still great entertainment, Hunter and Ryan are a bit out of control without Briggs. Love you guys still.
That's pretty spot on.
Yeah,
no, it's pretty fair assessment.
It's very spot on. Yeah, Hunter and I have known each other for a very long time.
Yes.
We go back to the morning show days. So yes, we get out of control.
This repertoire started off about 5 or 6 years ago when we first met.
That's why the 4 p.m. is nice too, or the morning show at the time, because there's a lot of structure. You got to get a lot of things done.
Yes, there's not nearly as much structure. We're allowed a lot more liberties. We can go wherever we want. Sometimes we go down the wrong paths.
We don't necessarily have a destination when we're flying. But it's still a lot of fun.
It is.
Thanks for the message, Rick. We always love hearing from people who are tuning in outside of our broadcasting area, too. That includes Ryan S., who commented on my Facebook post the other day saying, I would love to see Northern Life be broadcast on KTTC TV down in Rochester, Minnesota.
Whoa. I think we'd love to see that, too. Ryan, I think that's what we call syndication. And
Whoa.
I think that would be kind of cool to get that into syndication. So maybe suggest to KTTC that you want to see our show, and who knows, maybe someday we'd actually be down in Rochester.
Maybe someday. Isn't that Dan Wolf's old station?
It is. It's either
one of them down there.
One of them down there. I think it is. That's where he started.
Okay.
So that's pretty darn cool.
Well, shout out to you, Ryan S., from watching us, 4 hours away, 4.5 hours away?
That's a long way to go.
It's a decently long ways.
Rock and roll all over Minnesota. Mr. Worldwide, as Pitbull would say. That's pretty awesome.
Yes.
Well, listen, we got a lot going on today's show. Coming up on today's show, we'll get back in the swing of our weekly NFL Northern Life picks. It's been a little bit, and we even have a special breakdown of the Vikings game against the Colts coming to Northern News Now, courtesy of Sunday Night Football, our partners here at NBC. So good times. And, of course, we want to thank all of you for sending us all of your Halloween photos on Facebook. Hopefully you all had a great and festive, safe evening of a ton of fun. So a couple photos, of course, from a lot of our viewers who dressed up and had fun.
And I had to steal some from people who I've met before on this show and stole their pictures from their own Facebook feeds. Also, I'm very sad because I made the video before one of our, there's Christy.
That's my teacher, my sixth grade
who
teacher.
We played dodgeball with, but in our morning show as well. But there was a woman named Mary, I believe, who commented on our post. You have to go on Facebook and check it out because she said her 91-year-old mother still celebrating Halloween. So it was a picture of the two of them, which is also sweet.
Love that. You're not too young or not too old at all to celebrate Halloween. Everybody should be able to participate. So.
Speaking of not too young, I decided to steal another post on social media. But fortunately, this is from somebody I know. It is Briggs's little boy, Wells, who is feeling spooky. Even though it is November 1st now, I decided to take that yesterday on Halloween.
Are those skeletons? It's kind of hard to see from here.
I think there's skeletons on there. There was another post, too, I just saw after editing the video, of course. Just seemed to be a theme for me today. But he was wearing a bear costume, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Or a lion. I can't remember which one of the two it was.
Oh, sweet. Weird question. Do you ever feed babies candy? Is that something that you can't, right? Ben is over in our audience, too, because he also he's had a couple kids
Ben
recently.
has 2 kids. He's going, please.
You don't feed a baby candy, so,
Hunter's got a lot of it after the buffet. got to dish it out to some people.
Some kids,
Just not newborns.
No,
Newborns,
not the newborns. I'll wait till they're like 2 or 3 or something. Then I'll give them the candy.
That sounds like a good plan. Just save it until Wells' second or third birthday.
There we go. I can do that. You want some old candy, Wells?
This is for you, buddy. Hey, how about this for people like me out there? Jaywalking no longer illegal out in New York City. So last month, the New York City Council passed a bill to allow pedestrians to cross the street even when they're not on a crosswalk. That law went into effect last weekend, and jaywalking has apparently been against the law in New York City since 1958, and people have been, violating that law with fines of up to $300. The council member who introduced that bill said police officers should not be wasting their time ticketing those jaywalkers.
Is it just me, or does that sound like an absolute nightmare that's about to happen? Because I don't know if you've been to New York or not.
Weaving, yeah. I've been to New York City.
There's a lot of humans in that city. Like, you can just cross at any time in the street.
Here's the amazing thing about, I think it was Italy. It was Italy or Greece. Many of the times they kind of have crosswalks set out for you, but they're roads that don't have traffic lights.
Yeah.
And so most of the time it is up to you to just be the one to enter the road first as a pedestrian, and you're expecting that those cars are going to stop for you.
That's a lot of trust you're putting into a big metal thing that's coming at you pretty fast.
I wish I had video evidence of it, because I decided to put so much trust in other drivers. And my girlfriend's dad, he was like, "You're going to get yourself killed."
Yes!
And then later on in the trip, probably one of the funniest things he said was, "Is your driving anything like you're walking?"
He wasn't too impressed.
I told him, yeah, it's pretty similar.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. Jeez.
But with like that Italian traffic too, all those mopeds weaving in and out, you gotta have a lot of trust out there.
I'm thankful it's not quite that crazy over here anyway. It might get that way someday, but not right now.
I do jaywalk sometimes.
Yes.
So I'll have to go visit New York City sometime soon. Hey, coming up, we'll get to our weekend NFL matchups, including great and some not so great news for Hunter here. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. So every year, thanks to our Evening Northern News Now anchor and coworker, Dan Wolf, who we just talked about, funny enough, earlier on in the show, we do this fantasy football league where someone gets eliminated every week. And weeks ago, I got the boot, and now this past weekend, Hunter here also been eliminated from the football fantasy
made it
league.
to halfway, so I guess that's something. But you see the picture right there, so he always has a witty comment also when he posts, and he said, this is a picture of Hunter setting up his next lineup for this past week.
I thought you were going to say setting up his forecast.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, last year he got me on the forecast.
Oh,
Dan, just brutal. So.
Our director, Shania, goes, wah, 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 wah.
That's pretty accurate for how the season's gone for me and
good.
you as well. So,
not good.
Someday we'll make it in the top half of the season.
We'll try.
We'll see what happens. But fortunately, there is some good news for me anyway. Here's how things are looking in our weekly picks for football. Due to Ryan's vacation and Briggs' leave, we've missed a number of games here. So here are the standings we're going to go with for right now. Still in the lead. Ryan, did you cheat and add a couple wins?
I may have. I don't know. I tried to go back through our YouTube channel. By the way, subscribe to our Northern Life TV YouTube channel. And it has all our episodes there, but I was trying to look back to the last time we did it, and I think it was like October, like 11th or something like that.
Seriously?
Yeah, so it's been a long time. I was on that vacation for a long time, and I know Briggs requested my picks, but I was already overseas. And then I don't think it's been done since, so that's what we're going to go with.
I'm dangerous. I'm in danger, I should say, because you're only one win behind me here.
Yeah.
Ooh, could be tied up this week. We'll see. Or you could even be in the lead if I lose 2 and you win 2.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to make those picks here today, too. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be one heck of a Sunday game in the afternoon. The hot Detroit Lions squad heads into Lambeau to take on the Green Bay Packers, and both teams looking for their 7th win of the season. You can find it at 3:30 on Sunday. And as for the Vikings, they'll be in prime time against the Colts. And thanks to NBC, we got your special preview right here.
All right, week 9 of Sunday Night Football brings the Vikings and the Colts, and a Vikings team that has played well, but is coming in losing 2 straight. So what do they have to do against the Colts?
Lost against Detroit, and so far, it's not good. When you lose to Detroit, you usually lose again, and losing to the Rams Thursday night. They just got to get back going. This team is a good football team. You start off hot, undefeated. You lose 2 straight. Just figure out what you need to do and keep playing good football.
And they got to get that pressure defense going again. They've been a little bit more contained the last couple weeks. Okay, stop the run, get them in those long down and distance situations, and cut them loose.
All right, we will cut it loose on NBC and Peacock as we get you set for this one. Coverage starts at 7 Eastern.
Big thanks to the team. I thought that was so cool not to, I could not share.
Yeah.
I couldn't not share.
We have this opportunity, a Sunday night game, prime time. Why
Carrie
not show
Underwood.
it? Yeah, waiting all day for Sunday night. Let's
I've been
go.
waiting all day to watch the Vikings lose another primetime game.
You hate to see it.
Too soon. I'm going to go with Vikings-Lions, I think, this
You
weekend.
think the Vikings
and Briggs
are
is going to do the same.
She's doing the same.
She's
That's
made
according
all
to
of
her
her selections before she left.
Well, we don't have to worry much about Briggs. She's kind of a little bit lower on the 4 and 6 or whatever she's at. What is she, Aaron Rodgers?
Wow.
Just kidding. No. There's still
2
time
and
to
6?
come back.
Yeah.
I hope you're not watching today, Briggs. But I am going to have to go with nobody except for the Lions winning in our division. I'm going Colts because I don't trust the Vikings anymore.
Sure.
And I'm going Lions because I think
Colts,
the Lions can beat the Packers.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Well, hey, I've been waiting all day for this event. New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers says he believes he has discovered a little fountain of youth. Rodgers saying he is drinking cayenne pepper and water, suggesting to it by his teammate Thomas Morstead, and Rodgers has been dealing with a lot of injuries throughout the season, and said he started drinking it before the Jets' Week 8 game and continued this week in preparation for last night's game against Houston. And so I thought it'd be fun. I saw it on ESPN2. They were trying it for themselves. So I went to our friends at Super One and got some cayenne pepper.
Nice.
So
Well, good.
It'd be time to mix it up. So here, I'm going to give you that knife to mix up. Instead of teaspoon, we don't happen to have any teaspoons in the kitchen, but we're going to, as our director Shania just said, measure with your heart. So I think
Boy,
that's
you got
probably...
a big heart, my friend. Oh, my
I got
gosh.
a lot of heart.
It's very
lot of
orange,
soul.
folks.
Yep. So apparently it sounds like it should be helping you. I may have read that it said against inflammation. So
Okay.
Hunter, how about you mix that up and give it a try?
At least it's reflecting on Aaron Rodgers' record so far. I feel like I could start a football team and I'd be able to make it 2 and 6 at least, right? If I was a quarterback on a football team. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know about this.
It kind of
either.
looks like Sunkissed if you really think about it.
I'll pretend it's Sunkissed. Genius.
You want to go first, Hunter?
I guess we'll cheers.
Okay, cheers to
Let's
that.
Cheers it up.
Yeah, how about some cayenne pepper water? I've also read that you can do it with hot water, kind of like with tea.
Okay, it's like, okay.
Any thoughts on it?
It's spicy, obviously, but it's like, I don't know. Ugh.
Ooh.
What
Yeah,
do you
that
think?
is. It's okay. It's not as bad as I thought.
It's not terrible. No. I do think you put extra in mine because it's very hot in my mouth.
I just wanted
right
to
now.
make sure that you got to
Thank
taste.
you. Thank you
Wow.
very much.
It tastes like cayenne pepper.
Yeah, no, yeah.
If you had a cold, I think that might help.
And it's not helping my chapped lips at all.
Sure.
It's getting in between the cracks on my lips, and we're going to see how that goes.
Maybe to something more enjoyable quickly. If you love Uncrustables, apparently the NFL loves it too. According to reporting by The Athletic, NFL teams going through 3,600 to 4,300 Uncrustables a week, meaning they consume 80,000 of them a season. I do love a good Uncrustable.
I need a Diet Coke from the vending machine. I'm going to have to get that after
I need
this.
an Uncrustable so badly right now. Well, coming up, Campbell is apparently selling candles instead of soup. We'll see in a bit.
You notice one of us brought over our cup, one of us did not bring over our cup. I think I'm done with the cayenne pepper experiment here for today.
That's the problem about trying things mid-show,
Yeah.
is because then later on you got to keep reading.
That's the worst part. We still have half a show to do here, Ryan.
Cayenne pepper in the back of your throat. Good if you don't have a job where you have to talk a majority of the time. So.
I don't think Aaron does that often, probably.
Oh, no, he's got to say the plays.
Oh, yes, he does. Yeah. Well, maybe he doesn't do it, I guess, right before a game. Maybe he waits. He's got a lot of time
In the
off.
morning, at
Yeah.
night.
Yeah. Maybe he has some rich person cayenne pepper, too, that doesn't burn as much. I don't know.
Let's get to our next story. As we turn the page to November. Happy November, by the way. November 1st. How
my
about
gosh.
that? You don't have to cook a full Thanksgiving feast for your house to smell like you did. You just need some cayenne pepper. Campbell's has unveiled a lineup of candles that smell like Thanksgiving sides. We got green bean casserole candles, jalapeno cheddar mac and cheese ones, apple, fennel, and herb stuffing, and then everything bagel seasoned mashed potatoes. Campbell says the idea is to experience your favorite holiday side dish flavors beyond the holiday table. Those candles go on sale November 18th.
All I can think of is that I would just be hungry the entire time. I'd smell it, and there'd be no food to eat.
You'd want it.
I don't think I'd want to get those candles. I think I just want the real thing. I'll just make a turkey. I'll make a ham. What do people eat?
I shop at Aldi a lot, and
Yeah.
Aldi has everything bageled seasoning a lot of the time, and I put that on a lot of things. I put it on rice sometimes,
Yeah.
and that stuff is good. So I haven't even thought about putting it on mashed potatoes.
You could probably put it on like a turkey or meat or something and season that pretty darn well, too.
That'd be super good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be super good. How about this? This was an amazing video. A cat of unusual size was spotted earlier this week, making its way through Voyageurs National Park. You got a cougar, presumed to be male, according to the Voyageurs Wolf Project. It was spotted on the organization's trail camera near Marion Franklin Lake area, which I believe is near Orr, Minnesota. According to the Minnesota DNR, cougars are known to occasionally travel through the Minnesota area. And while the cats were native to the state before European settlement, cougar populations were never large here in the state, and they have continued to be a rare sight as the years go on.
Yeah, unlike domesticated cats, I don't think I'm going to be petting that thing anytime soon. I'm going to keep a wide berth away from that big old cat right there.
I went to Voyageurs National Park for the very first time earlier this year. It is absolutely beautiful.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Was it pretty busy up there, or was it?
I think it is. Well, it's so enormous there towards northern Minnesota. We were kind of in the International Falls area.
Okay.
And so it's just so much area too. It's really fantastic.
That's an area that I haven't quite explored yet, so it'd be very interesting to get up there. Maybe next fall. I don't know if people can do this in the winter, but can they go up there in the winter?
I think so.
Why can't they? Maybe I'll go up there this winter. We'll see what happens. I'll bring a camera up there. We'll see what happens. Sports trading cards have been a staple of American culture for a very long time here, Ryan. And Westminster Kennel Club is putting its own spin on that proud tradition with dog trading cards. They're partnering with Topps, and they're releasing a line of inserts called Stars of the Show, featuring champion pooches from Sage the Miniature Poodle to Trumpet the Bloodhound.
Nice.
The release includes rare cards that have a small piece of memorabilia, such as fabric from a game-worn jersey. So cool that dogs are getting in here on the action, I guess, Ryan.
How about a Harry and CJ trading card? That'd be something I'd buy money for.
Get Briggs to get a picture in, and we can make that happen.
I know it said like the rare pieces of the jersey sometimes in those trading cards. Maybe like if they get a haircut, like you take that hair and you put it in the trading card.
Oh.
I don't know if it'd make it more valuable. But
I'd buy it. I'd buy it at a higher price if I had dog hair.
it would be quite rare.
It would be. Yeah, 100% it would be.
Might have to make some Northern Life trading cards. That'd be pretty cool.
I like that idea.
See how much those would go for. My signature would make it less valuable. We'll get to next week's show when we come back. Welcome back, everybody. If you're looking for a great drink for the weekend, if you just want to hang out with some buddies, grab a cayenne pepper water.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely amazing.
The water was free at the office here.
Yeah.
And the cayenne pepper thing was only $1.66.
Very, very cheap.
If you're looking for a great tasty drink.
A cheap way to be miserable throughout the entire weekend. So there you go, folks. I've had a little bit of a cough the past couple of weeks. This not helping anything with that.
If you're feeling cold on the outside, have this to feel warm on the inside.
All your pain goes away because all you can focus on is your mouth on fire.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Well, listen up. We got a lot coming up next week. Next on Monday here on Northern Life with Minnesota's rifle deer season starting soon. I sit down with a local firearms expert to sight in my deer rifle. We're also going to talk about tips and tricks for getting that big deer and break down the best safety practices to make sure your hunt is a safe and successful one. That man I talked to knows a lot about his stuff, so I learned a lot, Ryan.
And I watched Hunter hit a target, and you're going to have to wait and see how well he did. And then coming up on Tuesday, I took Hunter and Briggs to Growing Duluth, where we got to learn all about mushrooms. They have a ton of great information up there, depending on anything that you're planting, and the two of them even got to make their own mushroom baskets.
That was a ton of fun,
We'll have to see how they turn out. Well, thank you for joining us. We love you. We'll see you on Monday. Grab that cayenne pepper. Have a great, relaxing weekend.
Or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.